Hi there, I'm Derek Wiseman. I've been a personal trainer for over 20 years now, and my in-person clients I train at Fitness Integrated. Well, I started my own weightlifting journey, so to speak, in about 8th grade. I started at that point, and then it was in my late 20s that I decided I was going to get into personal training. The gym that I was working out at was looking for people to take on their new clients and give them a free session. Just because I loved the gym so much, I thought it would be some good side income, and I really liked it, and I haven't stopped since. I think generally I tend to lean more towards a results-driven programming. I mean, as much as I like my clients to, have fun and enjoy their sessions, ultimately they come in here hoping to get better and make progress. A big part of my job is making sure that that happens. What I do with people will often have a lot to do with their particular goals, but by and large, my time is spent resistance training and doing mobility work. Yeah, it's not uncommon in the industry to have people who come in and they're apprehensive and they're nervous and they're very new to all of this. So I find the best philosophy for me is to kind of meet them where they're at, as we say. I want to know really kind of what they're capable of and what their thought pattern is coming in. And the more that I can understand that, I can start them at somewhere that is very appropriate and comfortable for them, and then take them on the appropriate sort of journey, so to speak, as opposed to just coming in and trying to throw them in the deep end of the pool, so to speak. I find people, once they know that you really understand where they're coming from and where they're at, and start there, that goes a long ways in assuaging any of their concerns. I'm not somebody who fancies himself a drill sergeant in here. I think, again, as I mentioned before, fitness I think can be fun, even if you're still working hard and meeting those goals and trying to just treat it as a bit of a hobby and get away from the mindset of looking at it as this chore or this obligation that you have to do. And yeah, one of my earliest clients, she had come to me and she was someone who had struggled with her weight through the majority of her life. She, for the first time, started training consistently with me, and there came a day down the road where she was on vacation with her friends, and her friends noted that this was the first time they had ever seen her on vacation wearing a bikini. And so they couldn't help but sort of think that, hey, that any trainer who helps this person get into a bikini and feel good enough about themselves to do so, I want to meet them. So that was a real, well, I was going to say in general, just a better sense of well-being, but I think one of my favorites is I've had times where clients go to see another practitioner. Maybe they are going to see a physio or somebody who's helping them deal with pain. And that practitioner themselves will see a difference. And even though they aren't aware that they've been working with me in training, they can see it just in their own work with them, and they'll say to their client, I'm not sure what you've been doing, but it's working, and keep it up. And I always find that very satisfying. Well, I think it's normal to be nervous, so that's certainly understandable. And I think people just have to remember that whether it's the gym or whatever new pursuit you're tackling, we all suck at first. That's just the way it is, and it's hard on the ego to come in to something new and uncomfortable, but we all go through it. And I think most people are surprised at how quickly, when working with a professional, they start to develop that self-efficacy when they know they're doing things right, and they aren't as embarrassed that people are watching and critiquing them. And I think, again, most people would be surprised at how quickly they realize that the gym's not actually that scary. I think just show up with the intention of just becoming the best version of yourself. You don't have to compete with everybody or get caught up in how you look on Instagram compared to everybody else. Just try to be the best version of yourself.